I was nervous about this weekend and about the actual event. Word starts getting spread around and I hear some feedback and everyone says it's going to expect a mad mob of people coming, which is usually a good thing when you're throwing events. But the fact of the matter is, if 2,000 people show up, 2,000 people show up, there's going to be a lot of people that aren't going to be able to see the event, especially considering it's only a one-night thing. Any worry I had earlier in the week about maybe not filling up the entire house with art kind of got washed away today, as every little blank and open spot quickly filled up. It was kind of a free-for-all for anyone that was in the house and on site could just tag up whatever is empty. Jay Shells, who does like these rap quotes, showed up.
I think it's dope that he put this together. I'm a little woozy, I gotta tell you right now. I've been doing all of this kind of Franken-type typography work where I take apart letter forms and put them back together. It's kind of a graphic design no-no. I think it's fun to kind of do stuff that would get other designers upset. Like, well, you can't do that to type. Someone spent a lot of time constructing how that letter should look. So I'm just kind of shattering them and throwing them back together. As a New Yorker, what do I think of when I think of LA? If you're kind of tuned into the music, I think a lot of this stuff will be familiar in this sort of mangled collage style. So when it's all together, everything works together, even though these are kind of conflicting ideas and conflicting colors and styles. I've been super excited to come here. I just love the idea of this kind of art free-for-all. And honestly, I was getting a little anxious because people started painting on Monday, and I didn't get here till today, and I was getting a little nervous, like, I hope I have a spot, and I'm flying all the way out there. And I mean, there's so many different styles, and I've barely walked around yet. I love that. I love that the whole house becomes this complete free-for-all art experience, and it's like you're here or you weren't, and that's it. And then no one's gonna see it again. I think that's dope. Everybody just cutting loose. These are my people.
Perfect timing that you smoke. Yeah.
I grew up doing graffiti. I like to say muraling. 3 years under like Steiner, 15 years, basically just painting. Painting a lot of freight trains in Arizona because there's lots of freights that come through there. I do illustration for a living and graphic design, and then I do my art. Obviously very influenced by like Teenage Mutant Turtles and The Simpsons and all that sort of like late 80s, early 90s stuff when I was like a sponge when I was a little kid, and now it's sort of like manifesting itself in like weird, demented, psychedelic creatures. It's more like a subtle thing about humans' interaction with nature. That's why a lot of the stuff I do have like 3 eyes and are like mutated animals, because it's a subtle comment on man's impact on the world. I'm not trying to beat people over the head with a message or anything. It's pretty subtle, but you know, like Swamp Thing, Toxic Avenger, in that kind of vein. Oh man, I can't wait to see what everyone else does. There's like some people that haven't started yet that I've always wanted to see paint, and like nice to put faces to names of people's work that I've admired. I think it's gonna be one hell of a party too. This whole block's gonna get fucking crazy.
In any given night, in any given city, there's an incredibly large amount of art openings or events that you could go to. So how do you get them out? You gotta like provide something unique. You gotta add layers of stuff. You just can't have the art. You gotta have like stuff, you know, that engages you, and it's an experience, and there has to be some sort of interaction and give and take, not just the art on the wall and the people looking at it. I feel like there's gotta be something else going on. And that's what the whole mindset of this is. How am I gonna feel Sunday night? I'm gonna be either really happy or really tired. Probably both.